When you learn Japanese, there's probably no better way to get a lot of practice and immersion for your Japanese language by actually coming to Japan. So why not come to Japan for like a week or two? And I'm not really joking right now, because there are actually a couple of very good reasons why now is probably the best time ever to travel to Japan. And I'll directly say why, because there are probably some impatient people watching here. It's basically because of the exchange rates. The exchange rates right now, especially from the euro to the Japanese yen, have not been this favorable since 2007. And the dollar is even better, because that's even longer ago that the dollar was much this worth money in Japanese yen. For that you have to go back to 1990. I wasn't even born around that time. When I started coming to Japan in 2016, I was kind of happy when I got over 130 yen for each euro. For the people who don't know how exchange rates work, basically when you go to a country and you need to pay for something, you need the local currency. So you have to exchange your money for the local currency. For example, I had to change my euros for Japanese yen. And what's happening right now is you get a lot more Japanese yen for your euros or for your dollars. Like, you get a lot more money. And this is kind of great. More money, that's a good thing, I think. And it's the main reason why I keep advising people right now to visit Japan, because the exchange rates are just so nice. And I also said that there are multiple reasons. So some of the other reasons of why now is the best time to travel to Japan is because basically summer vacation is over. The prices of the hotels and such went back to normal. It's a lot calmer. And also the whole autumn colored leaves period has not started yet. And the weather is not too hot anymore. It's also not too cold. So it's basically perfect weather as well. Also, September is gone, so the whole rainy typhoon season is mostly over. It may happen that there's an occasional typhoon who also wants to come to Japan now the exchange rates are low. That's a terrible joke. But I would always recommend people to come to Japan during low season, because the touristic areas are not as busy. You'll have more time to actually enjoy walking around and not having to wait everywhere or pay high prices for everything. And it will just make your overall trip and experience in Japan a lot more enjoyable. A lot less stressful, and you have a lot more chance to take nice pictures without 50 other tourists blocking your view every single time when you try to take a picture. The price for hotels here in Japan mostly stays the same, but because everything is most of the time fully booked, only the more expensive options are left over, so normally you'll be able to have accommodation for a more affordable price as well. But before you start planning your trip to Japan, there's one reason why you better don't come, and that really depends. Like, I keep talking about exchange rates being quite affordable. However, the biggest thing that you should be careful of right now are plane prices, because plane tickets right now are through the roof. They're very expensive. Like, it really depends on where you live, but because for me, I live in Japan, exchange rates are not great for me if I go to other countries. Like, it's good for foreigners coming to Japan. It's not good for Japanese people who want to go abroad, because everything became a lot more expensive. I used to be able to get my plane tickets for around 600 euros. Nowadays, the cheapest tickets are around 800 euros. And right now, sometimes you don't even get included luggage, so you need to pay extra for that. I find it's kind of a rip-off, but yeah, plane companies, they're kind of well known for it, so yeah, shanai. And a lot of companies which I used to recommend, like Finnair, I'm starting to become less of a fan of because of their recent changes, and yeah. Oh well. Just be careful when you come to Japan that you actually look up the price of the plane tickets before you start booking hotels and such. The exchange rates are good, but the plane tickets, it really depends on where you live right now. So I just wanted to make this quick little video because I still think if you are learning Japanese, coming here is probably the best way to get enough immersion and to buy Japanese language learning resources for a cheaper price than when you would buy them abroad. Basically, coming here is kind of beneficial if you're learning the language. So honestly, when you put everything together, right now, it's probably the best time to come to Japan, and you never know if the exchange rates will go up or down again. So always also check that before you come. But right now, exchange rates have never been this, well, great for foreigners. So it's really a perfect time to come, in my opinion. And this is not a financial advice in any way. This is just my thoughts of why traveling to Japan right now is a good idea. And it's highly possible that in the next couple of months the exchange rates will start changing again to less favorable conditions. They may go even better for you, but yeah, financial markets are never really stable. So let me know in the comments, are you planning on actually visiting Japan during the season? Or are you going to wait for a better opportunity which may come? Basically, the months that I would recommend are October and February. Those are, in my opinion, the best times to come because they're the lowest of the lowest season. And also, if you come during February, taking a bath like a nonsense in cold weather, it's so much more enjoyable. So thank you all for watching and have fun planning your trip to Japan, and good luck with studying Japanese like always. Bye bye.